Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome aboard Kwiat Nights III.
Good afternoon, Captain Mike.
Admiral Jan and movie director Jan.
Well, you've all been asking questions and we have some answers. So Mike gathered some stats for us. Here's your paper, babe.
Well, why do I have these stats?
Because you're good at collecting that stuff.
No, why do we have these stats? Why did I even take the time to do this?
I don't know. Tell me.
Don't you want to tell anybody that what happened this weekend?
What happened?
We crossed our wake.
Oh, we crossed.
Jesus! The big thing for the boat.
we,
The whole purpose we've done all this, and you don't even want to mention it.
we crossed our wake. That's right.
We are gold loopers, my friends.
Yeah.
So
It was about. Wait, listen, we couldn't even
I
believe we
think part
did
of
it.
part of the thing I'm doing the loop is maybe we lose our minds at this juncture.
Yeah. Of all the things I've ever lost, I miss my mind the most.
Yes.
But no, we were really just like it was day to day. Every day we were like, we can't believe we're here already. We can't believe we're here already. We can't believe, and all of a sudden
We're there.
we were there. We were Mackinac Island crossing
Done.
our wake.
Yes. And some people ask why if we're from Florida, how do we cross our wake in Mackinac Island? Explain that to the people.
Well, because we came from Florida upriver,
A couple years ago.
yes, and then we went back to Kentucky Lake and came back upriver again and back and up. And last year we went up to the Wisconsin side through Sturgeon Bay, up to the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We crossed over the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to Mackinac Island, and then we came down the Lake Michigan side, or the Michigan side, back to northern Indiana. And at that point, we went south all the way to Islamorada. And we thought, well, if we just came up the East Coast,
Just a little detour.
yeah, we would actually cross our wake at Mackinac
We actually
Island.
haven't done the loop.
And we would have done the loop.
We were official loopers.
Yes, official gold loopers.
So now we cross Mackinac Island, even though we're from Florida and our Jensen Beach is our home port. We are official gold loopers. So once in as we and actually our plans are we're going to leave the boat. We're going to get up to Chicago area, and we are desperately looking for some winter storage. If I could find heated storage up in the Midwest here, we're going to leave the boat here because we would like to go back to Canada, and it would preclude us from having to go all the way to Florida again and coming back this year. And we have a lot of business to take care of with the cabin up in Florida, so we want to spend the winter months this year straightening out. We have a cabin in Georgetown, Florida. It's more than a cabin; it's a house. It's Jan's, which she brought to the relationship here. And I promised her that if she would do the loop, that I'll spend some time at the cabin. We've done some remodeling and got it going, and figuring out what we're going to do with that. So, promises made, promises kept.
Right.
So, hopefully, we have a place to store the boat this winter. I'm on the wait list in several places. We are going to call and make pests of ourselves everywhere. And if that doesn't work, plan B is we're going to take it down to Kentucky Lake and do what we did a few years ago and hopefully get a covered slip there. And our friend Zippy and some other friends can watch the boat for us and leave it in the water there,
Right.
which would be a nice compromise.
So,
So,
Mike,
go ahead.
how many days did it take us to do the loop?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
Well, we were calendar-wise, we were at Mackinac Island on July the 3rd, 2025.
Yes,
And this year we were at Mackinac Island on July the 30th.
yes. So I guess, time-wise, it took us 1 year and a little under a month, so a little under 13 months. But more specifically, I took some time and went through our logs. I do keep a travel log, more or less a spreadsheet. And we were 118 travel days to complete the 6,000-mile loop. And that was including a side trip we did up the Tennessee River to Chattanooga and back. And then we had 233 days of actual travel time. Now the discrepancy, I backed out the winter time. We had 5 months in Plantation Yacht Harbor. Didn't count that.
3 months.
Well, okay, 3 months, 4 months, whatever that was. And of course the time we spent basically sitting in East Chicago last year. So if you back all that out, and if we didn't have the winter and summer, that's all part of the loop, 13 months, but 118 travel days, that's actually starting the engine, going someplace, 233 days traveling. And that was, you can count that with weather days, maybe we stayed at a port if we liked a couple extra days, 2 days maybe, different things like that. So
Well, like today. So today's a day we expected to travel, we're not traveling. But
Yes.
that's all part of the loop because listen, you want to make sure you're picking your weather windows when you're going on big water, like Lake Michigan, like crossing the Gulf, like coming across Lake Ontario, like coming across Lake Huron. You don't just wait, you don't go boldly and blindly into the abyss.
I do all the time. I do all the time.
That's our major plan. Go blow boldly and blindly into the abyss.
Yes. No, that's not really conducive to a safe travel, though,
No, it's not.
unfortunately. So we really don't do that. We joke around a lot there. So anyway, about cost, everybody's asking about cost. You don't want to know, but I will say this. One of the big surprises, and obviously when we were in Islamorada this year, we went downriver last year. Obviously, it was before the war and all the crap has been going on, and our average fuel price is under $4 a gallon, which is for diesel. And this boat holds 600 gallons of fuel, and so it allows us to go long periods of time without fueling and actually plan our fuel stops where it's economical. And we found a really good deal, or we were to negotiate a good deal, then we'd fill it up. Okay. So we were really concerned once we got to Islamorada. Hey, are we going to continue to loop northbound? I mean, fuel was as I fueled up in Plantation Yacht Harbor coming back, I mean, fuel just went over to $5.25 a gallon in Islamorada. That was pretty much right before the war, at the beginning of the war, I guess, the invasion, and so everybody was nervous about that. So that's added. That kind of tweaked the numbers, but it's not as bad as I thought. Because one of the things that we do is we have, as you know, we have a 47-foot main ship, and this thing weighs 50,000 pounds. It has twin, big block, huge, humongous, straight 6-cylinder diesels, non-turbocharged. They're low RPM. They're just big old truck diesels. And this boat is a semi-displacement hull. I could run this boat 20 miles per hour all day long, and it wouldn't even breathe hard if I wanted to spend 70 gallons an hour for fuel. Okay. Obviously, at $5 and $6 a gallon, that's not what, I don't see dollar bills hanging from myself.
And you don't see anything when you go that fast.
And you don't see anything when you go
anyway.
that fast either.
Yeah, you're just
right.
getting from A to B, and there's no, from our perspective,
You're a delivery captain.
there's no enjoyment in that.
Yes. And I spent my life doing 440 knots, and it's time to slow down. So I did some research, and I'm very good at calculating fuel burns. I kept a lot of records every day, and I have this boat allows me to do a straight dipstick into the tank, and I have it calibrated, so I can dipstick the tank. I can tell you within a gallon or two exactly how much fuel I have. So I dipstick the tank every night. I write down how far we went. I write down the RPMs we've gone, and I have a pretty good adjustment of what RPM gives me what fuel burn, whatever. And so one other thing I did, you ever think of called the hull speed of a boat?
That's right.
There's a thing called the hull speed. And I think the formula is you take the water line length, take the square root, multiply it by a number, I think it's 13 or 14. Anyway, the hull speed of this boat comes out to 9.2 knots. Okay. And surprisingly enough, as I've done some research on this thing, around 1200 RPM gives us right about that hull speed. So we've been running this boat at 1200 RPM. What it gives us. Some days it does 9 miles per hour. Some days it does 10.5 miles per hour. Depends on the current, depends on the wind. Got a lot of windage, but that's our most economical fuel burn, and it makes a huge difference. It surprisingly enough, it really lowers the fuel cost. I mean, it's like we can go actually a month between fueling if we wanted to.
Yeah.
So
it's so true. And one of the things that we are not calculating into the cost of this, and that's our social life. Because
do we have a social life?
us? Oh, no.
No.
We don't have a social life.
No. Yes. Yes, we do.
But when we go out to dinner,
my aching liver.
your aching liver. We go out to dinner, we do those kinds of things. You're going to go out to dinner whether you're on the loop or whether you're not on the loop. And that's just a personal preference. You know, if you're more used to eating at home, you can eat on the boat. We're just as comfortable eating here as we are going out, but we find ourselves going out when we're with a bunch of friends, and sometimes just because we want to get off the boat and take a walk.
Yes, take a walk, stop for a beer. We've been starting to frequent brew houses. And
yes, we have.
I've never been a beer person, but I tell you what, some of these little local breweries are, and I've become very partial to red ale. It's really good.
Yeah,
so.
the beer's good. The food's not always so great.
Yeah, it's bar food.
Yeah,
So,
bar food. But anyway, that again, that cost is really independent of you. You know, if you anchor out and you cook a lot, because the anchoring out's the next big thing.
so
That's
yeah, what's it? Yeah, and here's the next thing. So, what's the largest cost on the loop? So you discount the food, discount the social life. You're going to do that anyway, okay? You may be a little bit more social life here, and that's a choice, like you say. But the most surprising part about us, our looping experience, is the cost of marinas is the large. In our case, has been the largest cost that we experience. And there's a wide disparity of cost of marinas. And like in Florida, right now, the last couple of years with the proliferation of all of these major big box marina management companies like Oasis and Safe Harbor, and they all do a good job, but they buy the mom and pops out, and they put blue shirts on everybody, and they double the prices. And our average on this 47 footer, which is a little bit more than most people because it's 10 foot longer than most of the average loop boat, it's cost us about $225 a night in Florida. And as we go up the East Coast, it starts going down a little bit. And as we got into Canada, obviously we have the park passes and stuff like that, which is really saves a lot of money. But as you start getting away from everything and in the Midwest, um, we find that the average cost of marinas is around $100 a night for us. So, but we can control that. I mean, we can obviously sit there and we can do anchoring out, and anchoring out's the biggest thing you can do to cost save.
it is.
Other
It is,
than
but there's a couple things with that too. You need to make sure you have a dinghy that's easy to work and easy to get down, because I don't think I'd be happy if we anchored out every night and we didn't have any social life.
right.
So we still got it. So when we were anchored out in the Benjamins, there was a lot going on. It was a weekend. Oh my gosh, it was so exciting. There was so much going on. We had a fireworks show that night from a bunch of young people who did a great job. And so we got out in the dinghy. We ran around to the other boats and we invited them all over for happy hour.
Yes, we do.
So
I mean,
people,
your dinghy is your family car.
yes, and actually when we were in the pool at Fine, Bain Finn,
Bayfin
Bay Finn,
in Canada.
we did the exact same thing. We invited people over and they dinghied over, and we had happy hours. So if you're a social person, and it's interesting, we met a couple of people recently who said that this is the first time that they've really been to Docktails, as we call it. And listen, it's not all about Docktails, and it's not all about alcohol. You can come to Docktails and have whatever you want to
Hey,
drink.
listen, right here.
You don't have to.
Nobody knows what's in the glass.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
have
not
to have
gonna tell you.
alcohol. It's just whatever you want to drink. But it's the idea of just socializing. So I say that, when you get there, look on Nebo. We see who's in the marina, and we invite them over. Or if we've invited people. Like the other night, I'm so sad we didn't get a picture when we were in Mackinac City. There was a barbecue grill and picnic table, and there was about 8 of us up there. And we all brought something, and we cooked out. We had a wonderful
We
evening.
did, in the little pavilion they had.
Yeah, a
up
little
there.
pavilion. So, you can get together with people, and you can do that from your dinghy too. You just have to work a little differently.
So, anyway, so back to fuel cost. Okay, so I told you, Lisa, so I said this thing burns really economical at 10 miles per hour, 1,200 RPM. If I really want to push it, I go to 1,400 RPM, which makes a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. But on the average, and I did an average. This is very preliminary numbers. That we try to run about 50 miles a day, 50 to 60 miles a day, and we burn on an average day 32 and a half gallons of diesel. Okay. And which equates to us with our average fuel cost of $137.55 per travel day. Okay, so our total fuel cost so far for the entire loop, 6,000 plus because we had a couple side trips, 16,243.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And I originally thought it was going to be around 25,000. And when the fuel went to $5 a share, I thought it was really going to bust our budget. But it wasn't too horrible. And like I said, I would say our average marina cost, people in the marina, is about $100 a night.
Yeah.
200 in Florida.
Well, I mean, we paid $250 in
Yeah,
Charleston.
yeah, I know. So maybe more than 100, maybe 150, 125 a night.
And then, of
so.
course, when you get to New York, we stayed on a mooring ball, which is another great choice.
Oh, my
mooring
gosh.
balls are fabulous.
I wish that people put more mooring balls
Right,
on.
but make sure that you have a dinghy that's easy to use. It's easy to get down. We have the dinghy Butler, which it's been a game changer for us. Because prior to that, we had the dinghy on the roof, and we had to get the crane to put the dinghy down and get it back up. It was a lot of work. So we just never used it. So with the dinghy Butler, we can drop it, be in it, and be on the go in minutes, come back, get it back up quickly. We really like it.
And the other thing is wear and tear on the boat. Hey, boats are made to run.
That's right.
You know, I mean, and I don't really think we've had any really more maintenance other than you have more oil changes. Normally I get by with one oil change a year. We did an oil change Isla Morada. I think coming down we did an oil change in Alton.
Alton, yes.
And then we'll do an oil change when we get back into East Chicago. So I'm pretty good about oil changes. Other than that, you know, we've been very fortunate. It's just normal wear and tear. I mean, you're going to have that in a boat anyway. Today I just went and bought a pair of batteries. Is that because we did the loop? No, the batteries are 4 years old.
Yes, and we hauled those batteries. How much did they weigh?
Oh my gosh, they're 8D batteries.
Mike and I hauled those batteries out of the hold all the way up to the dock.
How did we get them back at the dock?
I'm not telling.
I will.
No, don't tell. We had a little help from our friends.
Yes, we had a little help from the dock. Some couple dock guys come by and we
young, strong, strapping boys.
Oh, man, they're good. Man, that made short work out of it.
They did.
And the reason you know, our port engine was getting slow to start. In fact, sometimes when you're on a hook overnight, I've had to do I call it a cross generator start, get it started. So it's overdue. I got my money's worth out of that. We were sitting here for the day, and we're over here at Irish, and they have a big parts place here. And I called the guy, hey, you got some batteries, 8Ds? Well, yeah, I certainly do. And I said, can you deliver in the dock 80? Yep, be right there. Give me your credit card.
Yeah, he brought them right over. Oh, and the other thing, when we were going down Lake Michigan last year, we did lose a water pump.
Yeah, that's right.
Which we pulled in to Muskegon there. It's been a month, and Mike and our new friend boat neighbor right there on No 4 Ad,
yeah.
They jumped in, and he and Mike got downstairs, diagnosed the problem, got the part, figured out which one it was, ordered a brand new part because advice was get a new water pump.
Yeah, we could have rebuilt it, but we didn't take the cheap route. We bought a brand new
Yep.
pump, and it was expensive, but it's peace of mind.
Yeah, we went home to Florida for a month, and Mike came back. The part came in like a week or two later. Mike came back, installed it, did a run on it. Everything was good. I came back, and off we were going again.
Yes, we did. So, anyway, those are the two big things, and like I said, it's normal wear and tear. Boats are made to run. Diesels, right now our engines are sitting at like 2,600 hours. So we, over the course of the last year and a half, we put probably 1,500 or over 1,000 hours on the engines. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, 1,000 hours at 1,200 RPM is nothing. Those engines just purr right along.
Yes.
Knock on wood.
Yeah,
you know.
do.
And I talked to my buddy, our mechanic down in Isla Morada, and he says, "Hey, listen, I've got those engines that you have on your boat." He says, I have them on some commercial fishing boats, and they got 20,000 hours and they don't burn fuel. So take care. Diesels are made to be run. They're made to take care of. And that's why you don't see a lot of diesels up north, and up north especially where you have a 3 or 4 month season. You see a lot more diesels in the south where you have the annual season, the year-long season. You can justify it a lot more. So that's all I have numbers-wise.
Well, I just want to say that, you know, again, if you want to do this thing, you can make it happen. You don't have to have a big expensive boat, and you don't have to, and your budget is manageable according to how you want to do it. So, you know, we just encourage you to check it out. And if you're around the Hammond, East Chicago area the next couple of months, Michael and I'll be around. Come visit us.
Yes. You know what they call a boat buck?
Boat buck. What?
What's a boat buck?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
So we joke around.
Yeah, we joke around.
How many boat
That water
bucks?
pump cost us 4 boat bucks.
4 boat bucks, yes.
And we did it ourselves. That's the
did.
thing. I mean, Mike's really good. The other morning the water wasn't working, but the pump was running. So we got underway, and he went down, and it just had an air bubble in it, and he bled the air bubble off, and we were with water again.
With water.
We were with water.
Yes, exactly. Look at that sailboat out there. Isn't that gorgeous?
I know, a black sail.
All right, so we're going to go.
It's great talking to you guys, and thanks for following Kwiat Nights.
Kwiat Nights 3. Watch us on Facebook. We're now on YouTube.
And Instagram. At Kwiat Nights 3.
Did you tell them how many?
333.
333. I. Kwiat Nights, I.
Roman numeral 3.
Roman numeral 3.
Over and out.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye-bye.